chat everyone. If we have any private counsel that has an announcement to make, I'll take those at the beginning as well. Dustin, were you able to get some assistance today?
Mr. Brown said he'd be showing up. I'm texting him right now and we're getting started.
Great. Let me let them in. Dwayne Brown. Let's see, Daryl's waiting. Mr. Brown, thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Monica, good morning.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm fine. So I've got two court reporters, and
Ms. Lopez will be your lead court reporter, Judge.
thank you. Okay. And then let me also find out, we've got Daryl is here. Is Jasmine here?
Good morning.
Oh, I see Jasmine. Okay. And I've got Mr. Strobel here. It's just 10 o'clock. I'm going to wait another 2 minutes. I am going to ask everyone to mute their device so that I don't have background noise until I'm ready to speak with you. And I will make some announcements shortly. I think I've got 1 or 2 announcements from private counsel that I'm probably going to take. And then I'm going to take some pleas that I have ready. While I'm doing that, I may see if Mr. Brown might be available to pre-try some cases with a few folks while I'm taking or either way, I don't know, maybe I can take the pleas with Mr. Brown and Dustin can pre-try some cases, but that might be something that we could work out because I do have about 5 or 6 pleas, assuming everyone's here.
I'm happy to pre-try cases, Your Honor.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm going to wait 1 more minute and then we'll get started. And again, if I have any private counsel that is here on the call and you just have an announcement to make, if you could send a chat to Aisha Hardy, my litigation manager, and she'll let me know. Because very often those are just very quick announcements and I can get those taken care of.
No one told me they needed to come in, but I don't know who they is.
Okay, well, we'll see. Wait till that turns to 10:02. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Diane Bessen. I'm the judge presiding over this calendar. This is a virtual, hybrid virtual calendar. Most everyone is appearing via Zoom. That having been said, let me just first state that anything that anyone says particularly to defendants, any comments you make are also going to be heard by the prosecutors and everyone on this call. So if you are a defendant, you need to be very careful about what you say, unless I've put you in a private room to have a conversation with either your attorney or the prosecutor. Additionally, this is being broadcast over YouTube Live. So again, anything you say is out there in the public. I do go in afterwards and make this session private, but during the course of this calendar, everything is being broadcast and available to everyone. Let me just make some initial announcements. This is the plea and arraignment calendar for March 31st, 2021. We actually have two calendars. One is an add-on calendar that I'm probably going to take first because those are negotiated pleas, and those should be fairly quickly to get resolved. But let me make some announcements for those of you that are on our general plea and arraignment calendar. If you are a defendant on this calendar, that means that you have been charged with a misdemeanor. The penalty for most misdemeanors is up to 1 year in jail and or up to $1,000 in fines for each offense. You do have the following rights. You have the right to a fair and speedy trial by judge or jury. You have the right to see, hear, and cross-examine any and all witnesses that may be called to testify against you. You have the right to make the state prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. That is the standard in a criminal case. Additionally, before the calendar, I did send out with your invitation an opportunity to pre-try your case with the solicitor.
That ain't bad.
I don't know if you did that or not, but we'll give you an opportunity to do that today if you'd like to do that. What that means is if you'd like to speak to the solicitor, perhaps in a private breakout room, and find out what they're offering to resolve the case without going to trial. These are misdemeanors, so they're not as serious as felony cases. And very often the parties can work out an agreement to pay a fine or take some classes rather than having a trial. Additionally, those defendants that feel you obviously have the right to be represented by counsel. If you cannot afford an attorney, I will consider appointing someone for you. Again, we sent down information ahead of time and hope that you contacted one of our public defenders to see if you qualify for their representation. If you were not able to do that before this morning, I do have an opportunity to put you in a private room with one of the public defenders to see if you qualify to be represented by them. Generally, that means you are not working or your resources because of child support are such that you're unable to afford to hire private counsel. So when I go through the calendar, and again, I'm asking everyone to keep their device muted. When I get to your case, I will ask you if you're aware of the charges. The other portion, this is called a plea and arraignment calendar. So the plea portion is when you consider entering a plea of guilty or not guilty. And if it's not guilty, then we'll set your case down for trial or motions and trial later on. If, however, the arraignment portion of the calendar is when the court or the prosecutor formally reads the charges to you in open court. Most of the time, people know what they're charged with. If you don't have that formal reading, you do need to sign a waiver waiving the right to have that formal reading. What will happen is after this calendar, if you've waived that right, Ms. Hardy, my litigation manager, will email you a copy of the waiver, which you need to sign and get back to us. If you're not aware of the charges, when we do get to your case, let me know and I'll let you know what they are. If you'd like a formal reading and to be actually arraigned, we can certainly arrange that as well. All right, before I take these pleas, I know I've got, first I have Ms. Schaefer's on the call for position 6, Mr. Marco Todorovic. Is there an announcement on that case?
Judge, I just received the discovery from Mr. Strobel. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
My client, again, is in jail in Forsyth County.
Do you know how long Do you
I'd
know
like
how
to-
long he's
I'm sorry.
expected to be there?
A long time. Well, we've got multiple burglaries in many counties, and he will be there for months and months.
All right.
Okay, and that might actually affect the state's offer to kind of work something out on this, but that's, I'll speak with Ms. Schaefer and we can negotiate.
I'd like to do a brief pretrial this morning if he's got time.
Yeah, no
Um,
problem.
All right, I'll put you both, well,
And Your Honor, all my pleas fell through, so I should be able to speak to her during that first part.
they all fell through?
Yeah.
I only had one and she never returned the
Oh.
paperwork and we can't contact.
Okay, so let me go ahead then. I'll put you in a breakout room, right? It might be some kind of matter where you can work out a time served, even though it's a DUI. So let me send you to breakout room number 1. When you're finished speaking there, come back into this main room and I will get an announcement from you, but it sounds like you should be able to work toward maybe a time served negotiation.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Good to see
Good to be seen.
you.
So you're in room number 1 and I'll get an announcement later. So let me find out, we do have some pleas. Do we have Mr. DeSola on the call?
No, I can't get in touch with him, and Mr. Strong hasn't been able to get in touch with him either.
So we're going to issue a bench warrant. That was supposed to be a negotiated plea. He knows he's supposed to be here. This is the second or third time we've had it set. So that'll be a bench warrant. Mr. McLaughlin, I did see him on the call. That's position 2. Barry McLaughlin, good morning, sir.
Morning, Judge.
So who has the paperwork for this? I guess, is that Mr. Strobel has the paperwork on this?
No, actually,
Do you have, do you have that, Mr. Brown, or not?
I haven't.
No, I mean, the paperwork, I mean,
Probably sent me.
all right, and whatever terms of negotiated plea, we don't know.
Mr. Brown should know.
Mr. Brown, are you aware of the terms of this plea? This is position 2 on the add-on calendar.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm aware of the terms of that plea.
Oh, okay. So let me first go ahead. Mr. McLaughlin, I've lost you now. Where'd you go? Why don't I?
I'm here.
Oh, you're right in the middle. Good morning, sir. Let me go ahead and ask you to raise your right hand where I can see it, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're to give in this case is the truth and the whole truth, sir?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Before we get started, you're aware, I know you've been on these calls several times. You're aware that we're handling these pleas virtually?
Correct.
okay.
Judge, just to, not to interrupt, but as of yesterday, I pleaded not guilty. And I sent a copy of that to Alicia and Ian, the solicitor.
Oh, so we're not taking a plea this morning?
That's why I interrupted. Yeah, I don't
Well,
want to.
that was probably a good thing then. All right, we weren't aware of that, not guilty. And so you understand the offer that you were given in order to enter the plea will not be the offer going forward, even if you
Correct,
choose
correct.
to.
So I
Okay,
did send a copy to Alicia and Ian
Aisha
himself.
Hardy, yes,
Yeah,
okay,
And Ian did in fact telephone me promptly
Okay.
and just to confirm.
all right, I
I have my-
apologize. He's not on the call today. I mean, he's not with us today,
Yeah.
so that's fine. We'll go ahead and set your case down for trial. Do you have an attorney, sir?
No, I don't, ma'am. No.
Okay, well, I would strongly recommend hiring someone.
All right, I'm listening to you.
Okay, anything further?
No, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
All right, Jennifer Jackson. Do we have the paperwork on that plea?
Only thing that she sent in, I don't know what the negotiation was, but she sent this in.
Is Miss Jackson on the call?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, thank you.
That's all I got.
This is position 3.
I was told if I get these done before my court date, like it wouldn't allow no probation and things. And I was gonna ask, I didn't send the paperwork because it's really like, it's gonna be something on my record, and I work in a correctional facility as it is, and this is gonna affect my job and things. And this is not nothing I want on my record because, I mean, and I don't want to take it to trial because
Let me just sort of catch up with you, okay? So you've sent in that you have taken some anger management classes.
yes, I took 4 sessions of 2 hours classes. I was told to do 2 days. I paid out my own pocket and everything. And I
Okay.
did it, and the asking it just be thrown out.
Let me, Mr. Brown, are you aware of what the terms of this plea were supposed to be before we get into whether or not we're taking it?
Your Honor, I'm happy to speak with Ms. Jackson. I'm not aware of the terms, but I do have it down for a plea. I'm happy to speak to her.
All right. I'm going to put you both then in, it'll be breakout room number 4. Miss Jackson, you'll get an invite that'll say join. If you'll click on that, you'll be able to speak to the solicitor, Mr. Brown. He's filling in today for Mr. Walker. And then when you're finished, please come back into this main room so I can get an announcement from everyone, okay?
Okay.
So Jennifer Jackson, room 4, and Mr. Brown, room 4. Thank you.
Hudson did return his paperwork. It's right there.
All right, so they're in room 4. So much for all that progress last week. Terrell Hudson, are you on the call? Mr. Hudson. Let's see if I can see him here. Terrell Hudson.
It should say real. but okay.
All right, we'll come back to that. And Brodney Smith.
On the regular.
Yes,
calendar,
Judge. Good morning, Judge.
That's his second case.
Okay,
Primary case is on the main calendar.
he's got 2 cases. I thought he was represented by, let me see. His other cases, do you know what position offhand? I'm looking. Of course, because it's the last page I've gotten to. All right. All right. Mr. Smith, you've got charges, 2 different cases. One is from April 2020. The other is from August 2020. And one is a simple assault and the other is disorderly conduct and obstruction. Were you aware of these charges, first of all?
Yes.
Okay. Are you represented by an attorney, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right. Did you speak to a public defender last time you were with us?
At my in-person court appearance, I did.
I told him he needed to call them because this would be his first time on this calendar.
Oh, this is your first time on this, on our Zoom calendar. All right. And so the first case is odd numbered. So that would be, Jasmine.
There.
Oh, I just wrote this wrong. Why? I thought even is,
Even is Jasmine.
oh, I put them in the wrong. I've grouped them incorrectly. Dustin is even,
Mhm.
you know. Daryl is odd. Jasmine is even.
Mhm.
By the time I thought I had that down. I'm sorry. Miss Moses Counts, are you available to speak to Mr. Rodney Smith?
It's Jasmine. I mean, it's Daryl. Daryl is odd.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm even, Judge.
You're
so that
right.
would be
I'm
Daryl.
sorry. I did write that and that's not what I said. Mr. Coleman, are you able to speak to Mr. Smith?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put you in
Good
breakout.
morning. Yes. Is this off the add-on calendar that was
It's-
sent the other day?
It's both. So he's number 36 on the regular calendar and number 5 on the add-on.
Okay.
So I'm going to send an invite to both of you to join breakout room number 2. When you see that, Mr. Smith, click on that and you'll be able to have a private conversation with Mr. Coleman to see if you qualify for him to represent you. Okay?
Yes, Judge.
Rodney Smith, room 2. Daryl. Room 2. Thank you. I see that Ms. Schaefer is back, so I'm gonna,
Actually, Your Honor, you never sent us to a breakout room. We were waiting on.
I never sent you to a room?
No,
Oh, that's so odd. Okay, I clicked on them. Let me try again. Ms.
Thank you.
Schaefer,
Yeah, thanks.
room 1. Maybe I said it and didn't do it.
And I
And-
said, what do here it is, join. Thank you.
Oh, did she get that?
I'm not getting it and I don't, so,
She got it. You don't have it? Room 1?
no, Your Honor.
All right, let me try again. See if that worked.
There we go.
Thank you. Sorry, folks. All right. So I've lost both my prosecutors. Let me just find out. I know, let's see. Louise Deitzen has an announcement. She's private counsel for Craig Wilson. Do you know what what number that is? Wilson. Sure, it's at the end of the count. Oh, I got it, 27. All right, Miss Deitzen, where'd she go? Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sorry, I was trying to unmute and I couldn't do it, but I was trying to say 27 on the calendar.
That's where you are. Do you have just, have you pre-tried this with Mr. Strobel?
No, Your Honor, I didn't know which solicitor was handling the case. I'd love to do that this morning if I could.
All right, he's currently in speaking with someone. When he comes back from speaking with Miss Schaefer, I'm
Okay.
going to send you to breakout room number 1 when he
Okay, and
comes
Your Honor,
back.
my client's on the call. It says Denise Woodard on his square, but that's him. Mr. Wilson's, see where it says Denise
Oh,
Woodard?
I do see it. Good morning,
Okay,
Mr. Wilson. Do you want him to be in the breakout room with you or not?
That'd be great.
Okay, because I can let you speak to him privately after, however you would like to handle it.
Yeah, actually, that would be better, Your Honor. Thank you
Okay.
for saying that. That would be better. Let me speak to him first on my own. The solicitor.
Okay, and he's just, when he gets done with Miss Schaefer. So let me try and,
Position 12, Shania King.
I do see that. Let's take that case. That would be Jana Covington's case. I see Miss Covington and her counsel is Shania King. Good morning, Miss King.
Good morning, Your Honor. I was just retained on this case. I e-filed my motions on behalf of Ms. Covington yesterday. I'm waiving formal reading of the accusation. We tender plea not guilty, and we're requesting discovery. Again, I opted in yesterday. I will circle back to the solicitor once I review it, but I'd rather have the discovery in possession before I start negotiations with the solicitor.
Okay, and that's Mr. Walker. He's not here today, but he's hopefully the one that sent that to you. So you should have his contact information.
Your Honor, what's Mr. Walker? I have not received it. What's Mr. Walker's first name?
Ian.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I'll contact Mr. Walker.
So what I'm going to do is you need to file a waiver and entry if you hadn't done that. And then I may put this on a final plea calendar. I'm not obligating people to a final plea, but in a way, it's just sort of a final offer. And then from there, we'll know, if you feel you have motions, obviously those should be filed, particularized motions. Obviously, you should file those as soon as so I can put it on a motions calendar. If not, I'm going to leave it on a final plea calendar. You're not obligated to take a plea on that date. It's just sort of the last step before I then move it to a trial calendar. Okay.
Understood, Your Honor. Do we have a date set right now for the final plea?
We don't. It's going to be within the next 2 months. We're just now getting those dates set. So we'll get notice to you, and just be sure your client stays in touch with you, Ms. Covington. If you have any change of email, phone number or address, you need to let your counsel know so we can contact you. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. And
All
that
right.
concludes our business. May we be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
We're back, Your Honor.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're
So,
back, Judge.
Thank you.
Oh.
So I don't know if you were able to work something out today, but certainly.
Your
I'm
Honor, we
sorry.
think we're going to be able to, she has to speak with her client, but we'd ask this be placed on a plea date about a month out or so. It's probably going to be a plea in absentia.
All right, and then, so we'll put this on a plea calendar within a month. You know, we have some dates at the end of April. Is that right, Aisha?
Yeah.
Do you think you'd be able to get that paperwork to him and back by the end of April? In another few weeks, Ms. Schaefer?
Yes, I'm going to see, I'm sorry. I'm going to see him in 2 days, Judge. If somebody can get me the paperwork later today or tomorrow, you know.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Hopefully Dustin can do that. So we'll put you down. What are those dates, Aisha?
The 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
Does it matter? You want to
Well,
pick?
Your
one?
Honor, as I told Ms. Aisha, I'm going to be in New York those dates, but
I didn't hear those days. What was it?
All right, well, we'll make Mr. Walker, it'll be plea in absentia, so it should be pretty basic. So we'll set it for the 20, is it April 22nd? Is that all right, Ms. Schaefer?
I don't have my phone near me, but yes, I'll
All
just
right,
say yes.
if not, contact Ms. Hardy and let her know and we'll make it a change. It's not that big a deal. That's the date we'd like to go with. If something doesn't work out, we'll move it.
I will talk to Aisha.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. May I be excused, Judge?
Yes, you can.
Thank
And
you.
then I need to send you Mr. Strobel to speak with the attorney on position number 27, Counsel Louise Deitzen.
Okay.
So let me go ahead. If you can send yourself back to room 1, and Ms. Deitzen, I'm going to send you to breakout room 1. When you're finished, please come back in this room and let me know what you've agreed to or not. Okay?
Certainly. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right. And I see Mr. Brown is back.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm back speaking with
Ms. Jackson.
Ms. Jackson. I forgot to tell her she needs to email the paperwork to the court. She had the paperwork. She hasn't emailed that paperwork yet.
I'm about to email it right now.
You can email it right now and then we can take the plea. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, I'm going to wait a few minutes on that then. And once I get that, we'll be able to do that. And Terrell Hudson, that was the last plea, correct? Mr. Brown, do you have the information on position 4 of the add-on, which is Terrell Hudson? That's also supposed to be a plea. Is Mr. Hudson here? Terrell Hudson. We may have to wait. I'm not seeing his name here unless he's under a different name, but
He just emailed me again.
let's see. All right. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay, well, oh wait, let's see. I have 2 people, neither one are waiting to get in, but neither one. Okay, we'll come back and we'll see if he shows up or not. All right, so that completes the add-on calendar. I'm going to start.
Your Honor, I'm back with Mr. Smith.
Thank you.
I spoke to him. He does not appear that he qualifies to have the public defender appointed to his case. He told me that he is working, so I'm assuming that he is, but obviously if that changes, he can revisit having the public defender appointed, but for right now, he doesn't qualify. I think he wants to pre-try his case with the prosecutor.
All right, and so that would be Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, are you in a position to, and again, I know you're filling in for Mr. Walker, it's position 4 30.
5 on the add-on and 36 on the plea and arraignment calendar.
Right, 36 and number 5 on the add-on, excuse me.
I can pre-try, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Smith, I am going to send you an invite to join a breakout room. It'll be breakout room number 4. Mr. Brown, you just need to go click and rejoin breakout room number 4. And then when you're both finished talking about the case, come back here and I'll get an announcement from you.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Oh, you know what? Let's see if I can move him to break 4. Mr. Smith, did you see an invite? There you go. And Mr. Brown, you should be able to rejoin that previous room.
Let me see. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
And add on number 5. All right. And again, if anyone comes back in, let me know. I'm going to try and go through the calendar. Let's see. The first position is Nina Ware. Is Miss Ware on the call?
I'm on the call.
Okay,
Hi.
you're Nina. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you aware of the charges against you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Thank you.
And have you had an opportunity to speak to the prosecutor about your case?
No, I did get a courtesy call from someone just reminding me because you guys sent the court date thing to the wrong address. I haven't spoken to anybody at all, but I'm willing. I do want to take a plea and take anger management classes if that's a option and just kind of get it out the way.
All right, and let me just ask you, I don't have your case file pulled up. Have you been,
She said she took another plea with Judge Dixon.
oh, she did. She's been around, she's had a previous charge.
Yeah, I did do some jail time.
Okay. So I just didn't know if perhaps you qualified for a pretrial intervention, but apparently not. Okay. Mr. Strobel is the prosecutor on that case. He is currently speaking to someone else. When he gets back, I'm going to send you to speak with him in a breakout room where you'll be able to have a private discussion with him, entertain an offer. Okay?
Okay, thank you. So I'll
Thank
just
you.
wait.
Yes, thank you. The next case is Santino Evans. No contact whatsoever. We're going to do bench warrant. And again, I don't know if there's any private counsel, if you on the call, if you'll chat Miss Hardy and let her know, and I can take a quick announcement. Position 3, Tyler Dawson. Was that a waiver?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Barbara Latimer Jennings for Miss Dawson. She's currently in Henry County Jail. I would like to get a continuance because I just came into the case and I did a motion for a continuance if that's possible.
I think we can work with that. So the prosecutor on that would be Mr. Ian Walker. He is not on the call today. Someone else is filling in for him, but that would be the person you would need to contact and get discovery from.
Okay.
So what we'll do is let's put this to a status calendar. That'll be within the next 2 months. Either maybe something will be worked out, or I don't know if your client is eligible for PTI, or you certainly can have that discussion with Mr. Walker. Okay.
Thank you so much. Good to see you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day.
Good to be seen. Just be sure to file an entry. Okay.
I filed an entry.
Oh, you did.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. May I be excused?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful
Tamika.
day, ma'am.
Thanks. Tamika Gibbs. Is Miss Gibbs on the call? All right. Maybe she'll show up. Otherwise, it'll be a bench warrant.
Another attorney on the call,
Who is that?
David Rogers.
Oh, I thought he was probably counsel. Who's he here for? Oh, and that's I saw that case as well, Hill.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here.
There it is. Good morning. And I did see Mr. Hill is also on the call.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you filed entry of appearance?
Yes, ma'am. We filed it, I believe, yesterday afternoon or early this morning because it just popped back up on the computer that it's been filed.
Okay.
I was just retained in this case. This case actually arose out of another case I handled for Mr. Hill up here in the city of Milton. And I need to gather some documents before I pre-try the case with the prosecutor so that we can hopefully reach a resolution. I was wondering if you could put it to your next status calendar so that it will give me time to do that and then contact the prosecutor. I believe it's Mr. Strobel, I was told yesterday.
It is, yes. He handles the even numbered cases, something it seems to be a roadblock in my brain. I'm going to put this on a final plea calendar. I'm not obligating you to a final plea by any means, but it sounds like you're going to be possibly be able to work something out. And then if you are, and the paperwork is signed ahead of time, I'd be able to take the plea this way. So it'll probably be 2 months out. Okay. So that should give you enough time to get in touch with the prosecutor and see if something can be worked out. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate that. Can we be excused this morning?
Yes.
Your Honor?
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hill. Free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
The next case is position 5. And again, unless somebody's come back on, just let me know. The next case is position 5, Daquan Dennis.
I received a call from the DeKalb County solicitor. They did have him. Now he's in Rockdale County, but I don't know for how long.
He's in Rockdale. And so how will we know when he gets released from Rockdale?
His mother's number.
You do. Okay. So I hate to let it just, should we reset it for a few months out?
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay. May, that sounds great. Thank you. We handled position 6. Position 7 is Javorius Carter. Is Mr. Carter on the call?
Yeah, I'm here.
And,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you aware of the charges against you?
Could you refresh my memory?
Sure. It's a battery, family violence, simple battery.
Okay.
It's an event that allegedly occurred on in May of 2020. Does that ring a bell?
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And let me just pull up the case file. And are you able to hire an attorney, sir?
No, I don't think, no, not at the moment.
All right. Are you working right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like you're working. You most likely won't qualify if you are working. I understand that having a job doesn't necessarily mean you're able to afford to hire an attorney, but I'm not sure I can appoint someone. I guess this would be Mr. Coleman's case. Daryl, do you want to speak with him for just a minute and see if he qualifies? Do you have any children, Mr. Carter?
Yeah, I can speak with him.
All right, let me do
Yes.
that. I don't know what his financial situation is. Let me send you, Mr. Carter, to breakout room 2. You'll get an invite on your phone. You'll click, that'll say join. Click on that. You'll speak with Mr. Coleman and come back here and let me know if what the result is, okay?
All right.
Breakout room 2. You should get that in just a minute. It should say join. I see Mr. Strobel's back.
Yes, we're back, Your Honor.
And that was position number
27.
27. Were you folks able to work something out or not?
Your Honor, I think we need to be placed on a status calendar. He has the older case that's in this court, which is actually, maybe this case would probably be Mr. Walker's case. I did provide her with discovery in the case that's on today's calendar, but she's trying to work out a universal plea.
All right. And does someone have the case number for that?
Yes, Your Honor. It is a 20 CR 002961J.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we will put that on a status calendar, Ms. Steitzen, and if you'll get with Mr. Walker
Sure.
and see if something can be worked out for kind of a global resolution, that would be great.
Great. Thank you, Judge. Good to see you.
Good to see you. 1 second, Aisha, what was that? If you could file an entry on both cases, please, we're not showing you.
I did. I filed one for both cases last night.
Okay, great.
You have it,
Thank
okay?
you. You're
Thank
free
you,
to go.
Judge.
Mr. Strobel, I am now going to send you back to breakout room 1. We have a Nina Ware. It says Nina's iPhone. She would like to discuss a plea with you on position 1. Miss
No problem.
Ware, I'm going to send you to breakout room 1. You should get an invite that says join. And when you see that, click on it. There you go. All right.
And Your Honor, I'm back.
Yes, sir.
I spoke to Mr. Carter. He does not qualify for public defender representation, but he would like to pre-try his case with the prosecutor.
All right. And that would be Mr. Brown, who's still speaking to Mr. Smith. So let me just make a note. Mr. Carter, if you could hang with us. I'm going to wait till we get Mr. Brown, the other prosecutor, back. And when we do, I'll send you to a room to speak with him. Okay?
All right.
I wonder if I can take this plea without them. I don't know, but I have the terms. Oh, just 2-day anger management.
Yeah, that's the one she already.
Right, but I mean, there was nothing else, no probation or anything.
I don't know.
Let me wait till I get somebody back, just so I'm sure I'm taking the right plea. Ms. Jackson, I'm going to wait just a few minutes till I can get one of the prosecutors back to verify that you don't need to be on probation. I don't think you do, but I just, we got your paperwork and I'll take your plea when one of them comes back, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Valerie Torres, position 8. Miss Torres. Valerie Torres. I don't know if she's here.
I spoke to her yesterday and I sent her the link.
Yes.
For her to call me and she didn't get it.
All right. So, and again, let me just state for everyone, if I issue a bench warrant on a case such as this and find out that she had technical difficulties, certainly I'm going to withdraw the warrant. Position 9, and hopefully she'll be on before we leave. Position 9 is Anthony Allen.
His notice was returned and the phone number didn't work.
I'm sure he's, all right, well, that'll be a bench warrant and maybe he'll show up in the system at some point. Shanteria Tolliver. I thought no.
It should be on the call.
Shanteria
I
Oliver.
spoke to her this morning. She should be on. She did not qualify. But I do want to be put into a breakout room with her and Mr. Strobel to share some information that hopefully could resolve the case.
All right. So let's wait till he comes back.
Yes, ma'am.
So he's in, I haven't sent you to a breakout room yet, have I, Jasmine?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to send you both to room 1 when he comes back.
Thank you.
And again, I'm waiting for both our prosecutors to come back. Sent to room 1 with Jasmine. So, Ms. Tolliver, if you could just wait till we get one of the prosecutors back.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then I'll send you to room 1.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And again, they're both the prosecutors are still discussing pre-trying. Brandon Jenkins.
No
Here you
cancellation.
go.
Mr. Jenkins? Brandon Jenkins.
No.
No. All right, that'll be a bench warrant. We dealt with position 12, position 13, Emerson Williams.
That was a sign, no problem.
Nope. Oh, I sure did this morning.
Excuse me, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm on the call. You said Anthony Allen. Did you mean Anthony Adams?
No, we'll get to you shortly, sir. You're about two more down the list, okay? Russell Lee, position 14.
No contact.
And I don't know what they want to do on that. That's Mr. Walker's case. Position 15, Stephen Barr.
Phone number, no email.
All right, and now position 16, Anthony Adams. Good morning, Mr. Adams.
Check this information either.
Morning.
All right, before we leave today, we're gonna need, we don't have your
Phone number or email.
Okay.
Akira, I'm here for Antonio Nelson. I'm not sure what that, okay, you'll let me know what that is. All right, Mr. Adams, are you aware of the charges against you, sir?
No.
I'm
not
showing
really.
a simple assault, family violence, cruelty to children for an event that allegedly occurred on in March of 2019. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Okay. So you have two options today, and I don't know if you're able to hire an attorney. It looks to me like you're at work, and if you're working, it's probably difficult for me to appoint a public defender to represent you. Are you able to hire an attorney?
I'm not. Owe a lot of child support.
All right. Well, owing and paying might be two different things, but so, and I don't mean to make light of that, but
That's correct, though, Your Honor. That doesn't.
right. I didn't mean, thank you. So, Mr. Adams, I guess you have two choices today. And one is for you to speak to the prosecutor and see what they're offering to resolve the case without going to trial. I don't know if you have any previous arrests. If not, the offer might be something you want to consider. If not, let's see. They, and that would be Mr. Strobel. He's currently speaking to someone else. This does look like it's maybe your first arrest here in Fulton County. So I think it would be to your benefit to speak to Mr. Strobel, the prosecutor, to see if you qualify for pretrial intervention, which is where they have you do some classes and then the case is dismissed. Is that something you might want to at least speak with him about?
Yes.
Okay, and again, I don't know your full history. Just looking at what I saw, it's possible that you qualify for pretrial. So when he comes back, I'm going to let you speak with him to see if that's a possibility, okay?
Okay. So who should I give my information to? I know you guys were saying you didn't
Do
have.
you know how to use the chat function of this? Down below, it says chat. And
Yes.
if you type in there, it'll say everyone, but if you type to send the message just to Miss Aisha Hardy, she will get that information while we're waiting to send you to Mr. Strobel.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll come back to you. Do I have anyone else? I see Mr. Brown should be back. Good morning.
Morning.
So, do you have anything to report?
Yes, Your Honor, on Rodney Smith. Is Mr. Smith back on? Yep.
Yes.
In his case, it's number 36, number 5. If we could reset his case to a status calendar or to the next calendar, he's going to provide some evidence and we want to continue pre-trying his case. He's going to provide some things to us.
Okay. Do we have Mr. Smith's contact information? All right, so Mr. Smith, why can't I see where he is? Oh, there he is, Rodney Smith. There you are. Miss Hardy is going to send you a document that's waiving the reading of the formal charges. You need to sign that and scan it or email it back to her. Additionally, we're going to set your case down for a few months from now. You're going to send some documents to the prosecutor, and hopefully you will be able to work something out. Okay?
Judge Bessen,
Yes.
I did not receive my my court summons, and somebody from your courtroom reached out to me, and I was wondering if that procedure is going to
Okay, well, we need we need better contact information from you. That's the problem.
okay.
Do you know how to use the chat function on this device, on your device? Down
Yes, ma'am.
below in Zoom, there's a box that says chat. And instead of sending it to everyone, you're going to send it to Miss Aisha Hardy. And if you will send your email and phone number and address, then we'll have the correct information.
Okay, her name is Aisha Hardy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sending her my email information right now.
Okay, and a phone number and address. Okay.
Sure.
And then we'll come back to you in a few months. It'll probably be sometime in May, and we'll see if something might be able to be worked out.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you. I also see Mr. Strobel is back on position 1.
Yes, Your Honor. I think we've worked out a resolution for this case into actually another case she has, 20 CR 005002J. We'd ask this be placed on a plea calendar.
Both cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is that correct, Ms. Ware? You've worked out a plea?
Yes, Judge.
All right. And so is there any reason we can't take that in a few weeks? April 22nd? Oh, you're not going to be here.
Well, Your Honor, like I said, technically this will be Ian's case anyway, so I'll just
Okay.
send him what I worked out.
We'll reset this for a plea on April 22nd. So Ms. Ware, you'll get information when you get those documents, fill them out, get them back to whoever sent them to you. If you have any questions about that, contact Mr. Walker, who is actually the prosecutor on this case. Okay?
Will they be emailing those to me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll get them to her before the end of this week, Your Honor.
All right. You're free to go, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Bye, Judge. Have a great day.
Thank you. So Dustin, I'm going to send you with position 10 and Jasmine to room 1 because she had some information she wanted to talk with you about. Is that right, Jasmine? Is that the correct piece?
Correct. She doesn't qualify, but I spoke with her and I just wanted to facilitate a conversation between you two, and then I'll jump out.
Okay.
All right. And so I'm going to send everyone to room 1. And Jasmine.
And breakout rooms, I'll join it again. There.
Room 1, Miss.
Thank you.
Miss Tolliver, you should, oh, she got it. She's gone. Okay. So they are in room 1. And let me, I also have another individual that needs to go there. And I have Mr. Carter needs to speak with Mr. Brown. Mr. Carter, you're still here. Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Brown, this is position number 7, Javorius Carter, and he didn't qualify for representation, but he did want to speak with a prosecutor about possibly entering a plea. Just what I looked at on his Fulton County case history did not show a previous arrest. I didn't know if this is something that qualifies for PTI, but I thought I'd let you talk with him.
Happy to.
Thank you. So I'm going to send you, Mr. Carter, an invite to room 4. Click on that and you'll be able to have a private conversation with the prosecutor, assuming I can find your name now. Jay Carter. Why don't I see it? Oh, because he already talked to. Okay, there you go. Let's see if you get that invite, Mr. Carter, to room 4. Yes, good. No, Mr. Carter, did you get an invite to room 4?
It popped at the top, but it didn't give me the join thing that it gave me for the last one.
All right, I'm going to send you both to room 5. Let's try that. Sometimes once you've already been in a room, it doesn't want to send you anyplace else. Let's try that. Room 5.
It did the same thing. Hold on, let me more. Shit. Yeah.
Now he's frozen. Oh, he's there. All right, Mr. Brown, you should see it. We should join room 5.
I do, I will. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, good. All right, so I'm still waiting to take that plea, but I need to get some verification on Miss Jennifer Jackson's case. So that's the next thing I'm going to do when I get a prosecutor back here. And I know there's some other folks that need to speak with prosecutors. Anthony Adams, we just spoke with him.
He wants to speak to Mr. Strobel, right?
Oh, I put that on the wrong. Yes, send to room 1. Thank you. I put that note on the wrong person. Position 17, Salvador Santiago.
No contact.
That'll be a bench warrant. Position 18, Daniel Gillard.
No contact.
No contact. Mr. Gillard, not on the call. Position 19, Remanuel Bieros Morales. Bench warrant. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze again. Excuse me. Thank you. Position 20, Wakar Khawaja. Waive jury. Oh, Mr. LaScala, I see that. Thank you. Position 21.
Waive jury, attorney Michael Murphy.
Mr. Murphy. Position, that was Watkis. That's waive jury. We already dealt with position 22. Position 23, Frangie Van Diver.
Justice Wiseman, waive jury.
Position 24, Jamal Roberson.
He's on the call.
Mr. Roberson, are you on the call?
Yes, I'm here, Judge.
I do see you. Good morning. Are you aware of the charges against you, sir? It's a theft by taking allegedly that occurred December of 2019. Are you aware of that?
I am aware.
All right. So normally on a case like this, I might just suggest that you speak to the prosecutor just to see what they're offering to resolve the case. You're not obligated unless you, let's see what was, give me 1 second while I pull up the case file.
Judge, do you have someone that needs to be let in?
Oh, you know what? I've covered that up with this, my rooms. Let me move that. I'm not showing anyone that needs to be let in. Who is that? I'm at the top of the list. Unless something's wrong, I'm not showing that anyone needs to be let in. Okay. Let's see. Theft by taking. And all right. So these were kind of pricey items. I don't know. And I don't know if you have a history or not. Did you want to speak to a prosecutor to see what they would like to offer, or you just want to enter a not guilty plea, sir?
I would like to speak to see what they all offer, what you all offer.
Okay. 1220, 1220. All right. So this case, you would speak with Mr. Strobel. And so let me just say, send to room 1. He is speaking to someone else. When he comes back, I will let you speak with him privately, okay? Just hang on. Patrick Reith.
I called and left a message, no response.
Nothing. Bench warrant. Position 26, that's got counsel, Ms. Wells, is that waived jury? We dealt with 27, 28, Dundrea Robinson. Is Ms. Robinson on the call?
Good morning, Your Honor. I spoke
Yes,
to
I'm
Ms.
here.
Robinson yesterday. I think I did see her on the call. Yes,
Oh,
she's here.
Okay.
She does qualify to have the public defender appointed to her case. I think this may be her first arrest, so I want to have her referred to the PTI program.
All right, so we'll put this on a status calendar in about 2 months, and maybe Ms. Robinson, you're to stay in touch with Mr. Coleman. Do we have her contact information, Aisha? Okay. You're to stay in touch with Mr. Coleman. He's going to represent you. If you have any change of email, phone number, or address, you're to contact him and the court, okay? Do you have any questions, ma'am?
Okay.
I'll be in touch when I hear from the prosecutor, Ms. Robinson.
Might be Miss. Okay, okay. Am I free to go?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you.
All right, we're waiting for Dustin to come back. I see Miss, I forgot her name now. Let's see. Miss Tolliver's back. Dustin, you spoke with Miss Tolliver?
Yes, ma'am. We're asking this case be placed on a plea calendar. The terms of that will be, she's going to get a 12 months probated sentence. She's going to be entering a no-low plea and requesting first offender, $250 fine, 20 hours community service. She has to have no contact with Adrian Sterling, and she has to cooperate with any investigation that is going into Mr. Sterling.
Okay. Is that your understanding, Miss Tolliver?
You can hear me? Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So Mr. Strobel is going to send you some paperwork. You're to get that signed. I'd like to take this plea on April 22nd. So if you'll get that signed paperwork back to Mr. Strobel, and then we'll be able to take the plea just like this in a few weeks. Okay. And the case, you'll have the fine and the community service, but the court portion of the case will be resolved. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
Thank you.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you. Mr. Strobel, before I send you to another room, I really would like to take this plea of Miss Jackson. Do you have the information on that, or do I need to wait for Mr. Brown?
Your Honor, give me a second. I can pull it up on my computer.
Okay, I just wasn't sure of all the terms. Miss Jackson, are you here? There you are. She's completed anger management. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else that she had to do.
Your Honor, my understanding is that when I read Mr. Walker's summary earlier today, that was all that was required, but just let me confirm right quick.
Okay, and if that's the case, she will not have to go on probation because she's supplied information that she's completed the program.
Right. And what position is she on the add-on, Your Honor?
Yes, position 3.
Okay. No. Your Honor, the only issue I would say it would need to be non-report because there was a condition of no harassing contact with a Christina Bell.
LBLL?
Yes, Your Honor.
I was told if I have this anger management completed before I see you again, I won't have to worry about probation or nothing.
Well, it'd be non-report. She wouldn't have to contact anybody. I don't know how we could do a suspended sentence with that condition as well, Your Honor. That'd be fine.
Okay, great. Yeah, because she did make an effort to go ahead and get this completed already. So I think we'll give her that benefit. All right. Ms. Jackson, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm a testimony you're going to give in this case is the truth and the whole truth?
True. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Let me just state for the record, this is the case of Jennifer Jackson, case number 20 CR 0056551J. The charge is battery, simple battery. My understanding of the negotiated plea was for her to do 2 days of anger management. And I do have proof of that with certificates. She is also supposed to stay away from a Christina Bell. And so I'm gonna, because she's completed the anger management already, and let's see, when was this case? Oh, that's a good question. Was this a guilty plea to both of these or to one? Do you know, Mr. Strobel?
It's not listed in Mr. Walker's notes. I would assume it'd be guilty, Your Honor. I'm not.
All right, I'm gonna let her plead guilty to the simple battery. And I guess I can't merge the other. She has to plead to the battery and merge the simple battery, I guess. So let's do that. And then Ms. Jennifer, Ms. Jackson, I have some questions for you. You aware by entering this plea, you're giving up your right to have a trial on this case. Was that explained to you?
Yes,
You're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. Is that correct?
correct.
You've not been promised anything or threatened in any way in order to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
I have in front of me some plea paperwork. I'm going to sort of show you this document that you sent back to the court. Do you recall filling that out, ma'am?
I just did it.
Do you have any questions about any of the information on that form?
I was guessing I just checked all of it to saying that I agree to what it's saying.
Okay. So that was my question. And so you understand you've not been promised anything or threatened in any way to enter this plea. Is that right?
Correct.
All right. And you understand that as a condition of this plea that you are not to have any further contact with Miss Bell.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions about the plea, ma'am?
I don't.
All right. Anything further, Mr. Strobel?
No, Your Honor.
All right. That completes the plea. If you have nothing further, Miss Jackson, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And also, we have Mr. Terrell Hudson trying to get in and someone else trying to get in.
Oh, there they are. Thank you. Okay. Michaela Gibbs. All right. Anthony Adams, I need to send him to speak with Mr. Strobel. That's position 16. Mr. Adams, I'm going to send you an invite to room 1. Okay, you'll speak to Mr. Strobel there, and then when you're finished, come back into this main room. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Joining now.
I also have, let's see, position 24. I was going to wait for Mr. Strobel, but maybe, did I lose Mr. Brown? Oh, maybe
I'm here,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Brown, maybe you could speak to Mr. Roberson, position 24. Are you able to do that, or should I wait for Dustin?
Am I still supposed to be here?
Yes, sir.
I would ask the court if we could wait for Mr.
Okay.
Strobel. He may have a recommendation already in place.
All right. And did you speak to Mr. Carter?
Your Honor, I did speak to Mr. Carter. We would ask the court to set that case down for a plea in the future. It will be a plea to some jail time. And so we're asking the court to set it down on a plea calendar so he can get his affairs in order.
All right. Is that your understanding, Mr. Carter?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, let's do that in May. I can't give you a date today, but you're going to get some paperwork, Mr. Carter. You're to fill that out. Do we have all his current contact information? All right. And then we'll send you a notice for a date in May to take that plea, and also arrange a turn-in date for, what is the terms of the plea, Mr. Brown?
12 months to serve 90 days. Domestic violence counseling, no violent contact with the victim, and anger management classes.
Okay. Is that your understanding, Mr. Carter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to intervene. I know that I did speak to Mr. Carter, and again, he did not qualify to have the public defender represent him in this matter. I'm just concerned that he's entering a plea to so much jail time without having consulted with an attorney.
Well, Mr. Carter, I will say, just looking at, he does have some substantial history, and that could be why. I don't know anything about the case. So what
and again, I don't either. And again, I apologize for intervening,
That's all
but
right.
that seems to be substantial amount of jail time. And again, I'm unaware of his criminal history as well. I just think that may possibly be wise for him to at least consult with counsel before doing this.
Well, what we'll do is I'm going to set it down for a plea date in May. Mr. Carter, if you would like to, in the meantime, try and contact an attorney and decide that you are not interested in accepting the plea, that'll be fine. So we'll set it up that you've accepted the plea, but if after you speak with someone, you decide this is what you're not interested in doing this, then I'll go ahead and I won't take a plea on that date. Okay.
All right.
In Your Honor, I indicated no violent contact. We want no contact.
Okay. Is that currently part of the
But I have a whole kid. Like, I'm gonna have to. All right.
What do we know what the terms are of the bond at this time?
Well, Your Honor, I currently have a TPO currently out for him.
Oh, you're the victim, Miss Smith?
Yes.
Okay, so you're under the impression that he's not supposed to have any contact with you.
No, and recently prior to the battery incident, he broke my windows, and just recently he flattened all four of my tires.
That's an accusation.
Okay, well let's I don't want to get into the facts. Yeah, you're not supposed to have any contact, and if you violate the terms of that, she will be able to get a warrant for aggravated stalking. So you need to be aware of that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we're going to set it down for a plea, and if in the interim Mr. Carter changes his mind, then we'll address it then. All right. Thank you for being on the call, Ms. Smith.
No problem, Your Honor.
And you should probably stay in touch with the victim witness advocate, Ms. Wright, so that you'll know if there's any change in the circumstance of the plea. Okay. And certainly if you want to be here at the time of the plea, certainly she'll let you know when that is and you can be on the call.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You both are free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Adams, has he spoken? Is he currently? He's there. He's in room 1. Okay, never mind. And I have to wait on that. Thank you. 29. This is Antonio Nelson. Is Mr. Nelson on the call? Have you heard from him?
Someone said that they was on a call for him, but I don't know where they went.
Oh, Antonio, good morning. I'm here for, wait. I'm here for Antonio Nelson, Akiria. Who's Akiria?
She's one of our witnesses, Your Honor.
Oh,
She's the victim on the case.
Oh, she's here for him?
Mhm.
Oh, that's wonderful. She was here for him.
and I sent him the link and spoke to his grandmother, but I didn't actually speak to him.
Well, it'll be a bench warrant. Brittany Story.
Attorney Judy Kim, Wayne Jury.
Thank you. David Travis,
No phone number, no email.
bench warrant. Justin Samuel.
He should be on the phone.
I do think I saw that. Justin Samuel, good morning, sir. If you could unmute, there you are.
No, Your Honor, this is Samika Gibbs. I don't know if you already called me. I was waiting for a while in another meeting, but she had gave me this one. So I had just got in this meeting. just to let you know.
Okay, who is she here for?
This is, my name is Tamika Gibbs. I was just trying to announce myself, to let you know I'm here.
Oh, all right, we'll come back to you. Let me just make a note that you're here. We called your case a while ago. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
We'll come back to you. Let me just
Okay.
indicate that you're on the call. I'm just taking the folks that have sort of been waiting, and we'll come back to you.
Okay,
So
thank you.
Thank you. I did see Samuel, Justin Samuel. Good morning, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Are you aware of the charges against you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you able to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right. Are you working right now?
I just started a new job.
You did. Okay. So I don't know if, Jasmine, you want to speak with him or not, or, he just started working.
I'll speak with him, Your Honor.
Thank you. I don't know what his circumstance is. So, Mr. Samuel, I'm going to send you a link. It's going to say join. Click on that, and it's going to send you to breakout room 3. Okay?
Okay.
Let's hope.
I was in 1, so I don't.
I know, and I'm trying to move you somewhere different. So Justin Samuel, room 3, and I'm gonna move you out to room 3. See if that works. See if you get those invites to join. Did you get that, Jasmine? Oh, she's gone. There they are. Okay, very good. I see Mr. Adams is back. He was speaking to, is it Dustin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Position 16. Is there an announcement on that case?
Yes, Your Honor. We're asking this case to be placed on a plea date. The terms will be a plea to simple assault, 12 months probation, family violence intervention program, no contact, and a stay away from the victim.
All right, Mr. Adams, is that your understanding of the plea?
Yes, so after the terms and conditions are completed, the case is dismissed? Is that?
It'll be not, no, you won't be dismissed, Mr. Adams. What I said is, like, after you complete the terms, your case can go non-report on the probation.
Non-report, what does that mean?
Thank you.
It means you will not have to, so you'll have to report to probation during the period of time that you're doing the classes. Once you complete the classes, you will not have to report to probation or pay probation fees. What I can do is waive 2 months of probation fees. So that'll help you get started paying for the classes.
So I'm basically pleading guilty to this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No.
You're not interested
Okay.
in doing that.
No.
And Your Honor, in that case, he did mention some effort. He might want to talk to the public defender's office. I relayed the offer. He might need to speak with him.
All right, and I think he's working, and that was part of the issue, but I think he did speak with, I thought he did speak with Miss Moses Counts. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, I didn't speak with anyone yet.
All right. Okay.
I pay a lot of child support too.
All right, well, let me have you hold on, and I will have you speak with one of the public defenders.
Yeah, I can speak to him. Just to see if he
Daryl, that would be
qualifies.
great. All right.
I was in breakout room 2.
I'm gonna try and send him to 2. We'll see if that works. See if you get an invite to join room 2, Mr. Adams.
Okay, I got it.
Go ahead. Running out of Post-its. All right, anyone back? Then I need to speak. Mr. Strobel, there's a few other people you need. Let's see, there's someone else you need to speak with. Roberson, position 24.
All right.
Jamal Roberson.
Yeah.
Mr. Roberson, I'm going to send you to breakout room 1. You'll get an invite. It'll say join, click on that, and you can speak to the prosecutor there. There he goes. The Adams, Jasmine's still there. Okay. Let me position, let's see, Ahmad Youngblood, 33. I see Mr. Youngblood is here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Are you aware of the charges against you? It's a theft by shoplifting.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have you had an opportunity to speak to one of the prosecutors to see what they might be offering to resolve the case?
No, ma'am.
All right. Would you like an opportunity to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I spoke to him at length yesterday. I think he needs to speak to Mr. Strobel to explain some information.
Okay, so he's got another, I guess he's got a, oh, that's closed.
Yeah.
The felony.
Yeah, we talked about all of that. And he's thinking that it was tied in, but I told him he needs to talk to Mr. Strobel.
All right, I'm going to have you speak to Mr. Strobel when he comes back. If you could bear with us a little longer. Lacey Solis.
She's here. I didn't have any information for her.
I don't see her.
She's in court.
Oh, could you come have a seat up at this computer? I'm sorry. If I'd known, I would have taken you sooner. All right. And the best thing is, even though we're right here, is to talk into the computer so everyone can see you. All right. So are you aware of the charges against you?
Yes.
All right. And are you able to afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am. I am the only person working and I'm a single mom.
Okay.
I work a full-time job and I'm a manager.
So if you're working, I'm not sure you're qualified, but let me, you would have to speak to Mr. Coleman. He's currently speaking to someone else. What we may do is text you his phone number.
Do you have a phone with you?
I do. I understand I am guilty of my charges.
Oh, well, don't say anything.
Sorry.
Just wait, don't say anything.
I'm going to wait till Mr. Coleman comes back. And then I'm wondering how I can have you speak with him. We can get him a phone number where you can step outside and speak with him and at least see if you qualify.
Her phone number on the paperwork. I just need her email.
Do you have email?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Can we get you to? Okay, thank you. Mr. Brown is back.
Back as well, Your Honor, whenever you're ready.
All right, so let me go back to, all right, to Mr. Adams' case. Oh, no, he's not back yet. I take that back. So then let's go to Roberson. Oh, they're still speaking. I'm sorry, I've got so many Post-its. Justin Samuel. That was you, that's who you were speaking to, Ms. Moses, counts?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
All right.
he does not qualify. He has good employment as a laborer for a construction company. And so he didn't qualify, but I would like for him to be reset for status because I did refer him to a private attorney. So he's going to inquire to see if he can be retained. So just to give him some time to consult with another attorney, he did say that he already received the offer from the state. And so I've explained to him it'd be in his best interest to allow an attorney to at least review everything before he makes a decision.
Is that right, Mr. Samuel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll reset your case for about 6-8 weeks, give you an opportunity to maybe discuss it with an attorney. And we have all his contact information. All right, we
No,
got all your,
ma'am. No, ma'am.
oh, we don't?
They don't have my current address.
Oh, we don't have your current address? Are you
No, ma'am.
able to either send an email to Miss Hardy or to chat it to Miss Hardy in this Zoom call?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, maybe you'll email him and we have his current email. We do have your email though. We just don't have your address, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Miss Hardy's going to email you and remind you to email her your current address, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're free to go, sir.
All right.
Is Mr. Coleman back? Yes. Did you
Yeah, I'm
talk to
back.
Ms. Salas?
Yeah, I can. I was speaking to Mr.
Oh, I'm
Adams.
sorry. Oh, tell me what happened with Mr. Adams.
Yeah, Mr. Adams does qualify to have the public defender appointed to his case. I informed him that he would be represented by Ms. Moses Counts. I will email Jasmine his contact information later on today and forward her his application via inter-office mail. I think right now we will just reset this for trial.
Who is this?
This will be position 16.
I don't see, oh, there he is, right in the middle. All right, so Mr. Adams, Miss Moses Counts, Jasmine Moses Counts is going to represent you. You're to stay in touch with her if you have any change of email, phone number, or address. And she will be in contact about handling your case. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, Your Honor.
No, sir?
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you. You're free to go.
Okay. Will I be receiving an email from Ms. Jasmine Moses?
Yes, sir.
I always send an introductory email.
Okay,
She'll send
great.
an email.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Free-
you. You're free to go, sir. Yamad Youngblood needs to speak. Oh, he needs to speak to Dustin. Miss Solis needs to speak to Mr. Coleman. She is here in the courtroom. She's seated at 3D. Prosecutor.
Okay, so you wanted me to just call her?
Yes, I gave him your number before.
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't know who the number was for.
I know, I was just letting
If
him
you'll
know.
step outside, he's going to call you and then come back in when you're done, ma'am.
Who is that, Your Honor? I'm just trying
Position
to.
34.
Okay.
They're still in room 1. I need to send them to room 1. Let me just finish going through the calendar. Tia Godfrey. Is Miss Godfrey on the call?
I've had no contact with her.
No contact. Bench warrant. We dealt with 36, position 37, John Bell.
No contact.
Bench warrant. John Bell not on the call. Dylan Yo. Is Mr. Yo on the call?
That was waived by George Stein.
Oh, waived. I do see that. Waived. Brianna Willis. Brianna Willis, she's there. Miss Willis, good morning. Do you know the charges against you, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I don't know if you're able to afford to hire an attorney. Are you working right now? We just lost her.
I'm here. No,
Okay.
I'm not working right now. I'm unable to hire an attorney.
You're not working, but you are able to hire an attorney. Okay.
No, I am not.
You're not able to.
I'm not able to. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
that's okay. So I'm going to have you speak to Miss Moses Counts.
Is this the one, the woman who called me this morning? Or is that you, Miss Willis?
No, I had gave you a call yesterday evening.
Right. I think I already qualified her.
You did?
Yeah, I remember speaking with her, but just if you'll go ahead and just put us in the breakout room so I can get some information from her.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room 3, Miss Willis. You'll get a notice on your device that'll say join. If you'll click on that, you'll be able to speak to Miss Moses Counts. Come back into this main room when you're finished. All right. Karen Elson.
Which breakout room, Your Honor?
3, back to where you were. 3.
Okay, thank you.
Karen Elson. Bench warrant. All right, so now we have some people that are still here. Position 3, Sam, what do I have? Are they in a breakout room?
No, he should be, position 4 just got on, Miss Gibbs.
Right, what did we do? Oh, that's, I put the wrong notice. I'm sorry.
I know, it's okay.
Position 4, Tamika Gibbs, you're on the call. Good morning. Miss
Good
Gibbs?
morning. Yes,
All right, are you aware of the charges against you?
yes,
All right, are you able to afford to hire an attorney?
no,
All right, and so this would be Miss Moses Count's case. If you're gonna, let me wait till she comes back on. And all right, I made a note. When she comes back on, I'm gonna send you to a room to speak with her, okay? Just if you can wait a little longer. I
Yes,
also
ma'am.
have.
Is this Tamika Gibbs?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I thought it was on the impression that she had a private attorney, David Rogers.
No, that's the wrong, it's Nathaniel Hill.
Okay, my apologies.
All right, so breakout room 1, Dustin, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is Jamal Roberson.
Yes, Your Honor. We actually were, he has 2 other pending cases. One, he's actually in 18 CR 010734J. He's actually
I'm sorry, CR 18 CR 01.
0734J. He's actually represented by the Public Defender's Office in that case.
Okay.
And then he has another case, 20 CR 0020. Give me a second here. I can't read my own handwriting.
They're all with me.
Yeah. No, this one's assigned to A, so it's going to have to be transferred to us. It's 20 CR 002034A. Yeah.
And 734J. Are they all similar charges?
The A is a similar charges and occurred on roughly the same date. The other one that is with you is a simple battery, family violence, Your Honor.
All right, and that's the one he's being represented already.
Yes, and I was trying to work out obviously a universal plea, and I'm not comfortable doing that with representation on one of the cases.
So, while he's been out on bond on this case, on a, let's see, simple battery, on a theft by taking A, while he was out on bond with Judge Roth, he's a potentially again has another theft by taking.
Well, Your Honor, both the theft by takings allege the same event date but different victims. I'm not sure. I'd have to do some research. I think he was probably arrested for them both at the same time.
Okay. All right. So, and he's being represented then by Miss Moses Count is my guess, if it's an even case, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so she should probably represent him on all 3 cases. She's not on the call right now, but Mr. Roberson, are you still on the call, sir?
I'm here.
All right. Did you want to say something, Daryl?
Daryl, you're muted.
Sorry, on this case?
Oh, yeah. I didn't know if you had something to say. No? Okay.
No, not on this case.
So, Mr. Roberson, it appears that Ms. Moses Counts is going to be representing you on all these charges. We will combine these. Oh, there she is. Jasmine, before you report on your case, we are handling position 24. Mr. Roberson has 2 other outstanding cases, one of which you're already representing him on, which is CR 010734J. So I guess you're going to represent him on all of these. And you may need to speak with Mr. Strobel about how you want to go forward on these.
All right.
Mr. Roberson, if you have any change of email, phone number, or address, you need to contact your attorney and the court. You understand?
Yes, Judge.
You have several outstanding cases. If you don't appear, I will issue a bench warrant for your arrest. Okay?
And to be clear, Honor, you're saying I already represent him on this 18 CR case?
Yes, there's an entry of appearance with your name on it.
And that outside of that case, there's how many other?
There's two. There's the one that showed up on today's calendar, and there's another one that's currently 20 CR 002034A that's about to get transferred.
Okay.
And just so you know, Mr. Strobel noted that both the theft by takings are the same date of arrest, perhaps with different victims. So he's going to do some research to see if it's one event or two.
Okay.
He just doesn't know.
All right, so this is being reset.
This will be reset for status, so we can let you get a handle on what's going on and speak with Mr. Roberson and decide how to handle these cases, okay?
All right.
Let me say, well, Jasmine, who were you speaking with?
I was speaking with, who was I
Miss
speaking with?
Gibbs?
No.
No.
Oh, Miss Willis. I'm sorry. Miss Willis.
Wait, what position number?
She's 39.
Okay, yes.
Yes, Your Honor, she qualifies. I will represent her, and I would like this to be reset the motions. I will file that motion, and then this is also a dual arrest, is my understanding. So I just wanted to see if the state can see that, and where's the other party's case at? Should it be a Brian Ezard? And he's currently in custody for violating the order, coming to my now client, Miss Willis's home and damaging her property. So he's currently in custody. So yeah, that's another reason for the immunity motion that I will be filing. So do you see that it's a dual arrest?
I did note that. Like I said, it's early on in the process. I'll send you the discovery and stuff that we have, Moses.
Okay. Because if it could be possible that this could his case could be made, show up on the next calendar she's on, just to make this easier, that would be great.
I'll see what I can do. I can make no promises, but
of course.
We don't even have a case number yet.
They would know that. I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't see a case number for it either, but if she's telling me there's been a violation, we can look into that and see what's going on.
Right. And she said this is her son's father. So she said he's currently in custody. So.
All right. And she may want to speak with victim witness, Miss Wright. I don't know. I know she's a defendant, but she's also potentially a victim. And so she if he's, they can't.
Mm-mm.
No, they're not allowed to. We have our own social worker, so
okay.
I'll just have her speak with our social worker.
I learn something new every day. Okay. So Miss Willis, if you'll stay in touch with your attorney, Miss Moses Counts, if you have any change of email, phone number, or address, you need to let us know. Okay.
Okay.
Miss Moses, you're free to go, Miss Willis. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You'll be notified of your next court date. Miss Moses Counts, you are to speak with position 4, Tamika Gibbs. Miss Gibbs, I'm going to send you to breakout room 3. You'll get an invite on your device that says join. And if you'll click on that, it'll send you to a private room to speak to Miss Moses Counts, okay? And yes, that's number 3. Okay. I know we also have Ahmad Youngblood has to speak with Mr. Strobel. You folks have not spoken yet, have you?
We have not, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you an invite, Mr. Youngblood, to breakout room number 1. Click on that invite and you'll be able to speak to the prosecutor. And then when you're finished, come back here, okay? There he goes. So he is in breakout room 1. And then Miss Solis is back. Did you speak to Mr. Coleman?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Coleman, did she speak?
I did speak to her. I did. She does not qualify to have the public defender appointed to her case, but she did want to speak to the prosecutor about possibly being entered into the PTI program.
All right. So I don't know, Mr. Brown, if you're in a position to speak with her. She's, you know, what we might do is give her Mr. Walker's phone number and reset this because unless you want to speak to her, Mr. Brown.
I'm not going to be considering pretrial. She might want to speak to Mr. Walker.
Okay. So what we're going to do, Ms. Solis, we're going to give you the contact information for Mr. Walker. He's the prosecutor on this case. And you can discuss with him whether or not you qualify for pretrial diversion. It would depend on whether or not this is your first arrest or not. And you can also discuss with him the offer to resolve the case without going forward. So let's put this on a status. Do we have any scheduled right now or not? Okay, she's going to give you some information. All right, so that'll be reset for status. Let me say, I know we have Mr. Terrell Hudson. He's been on the call. We have a plea that he's supposed to take. Mr. Hudson, I would really feel more comfortable if you would pull off the road. Are you able to do that? I guess that was a yes. So let's wait till he does that.
Your Honor, I have an announcement on position number 29.
Yes.
We were in contact with the victim who indicated that Mr. Nelson was arrested last night, and he was arrested in Fulton County. So we believe he is currently incarcerated.
All right. So
we have a CP number if the court wants it.
yeah, actually, I guess that's good. What have you got?
21 CP 198778.
All right. And let's see.
Judge, she's free to go through it.
Yes, she is.
Question. How do I know when to come back? This is the first time I didn't have any information sent to me. I got looking in all the courts. That's why my boss.
I don't know what happened, but I can email it.
Okay.
I'll just email it. Okay.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You know what? Well, she'll pull up the CP number, but we'll have to, I don't know if we should put this on a,
So he is in custody?
yeah. If we can put this on a, I don't know what he was arrested for, 8778. Okay, I'm not getting.
From what I'm showing in Odyssey, it looks like it were felony charges, possessing cocaine with the intent to distribute.
Okay, so I don't know if we should put him on a SAP calendar. What do you think, Aisha, or just reset this?
Well, we're gonna get it back either way.
Oh, we will? Okay. Had you heard from him?
There's no harm. No, I had spoke to his grandmother, but what I'll do is put it on SAP and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
He can get a range.
That's what, that would be a good. And when I go to case number, when I put in a CP number, is it supposed to come up?
Yes.
Oh, here it came. Thank you. All right, I got it now. All right. So,
That's no blind, so yeah, I'll put him on the SAP calendar and at least he'll get a range and then go from there.
okay. So he just seems, we don't, it's interesting that Fulton County doesn't have much history on this guy, but he may have some other issues other places, because this are showing just his first 2 arrests with Fulton County, but 2003, so he's 20 something years old. Well, that could be. All right. So we'll put this on the SAP calendar and see where it goes from there. Maybe he can be arraigned, and then I'm sure, as she said, it will come back here. Does anyone else have an announcement? Oh, Mr. Hudson, you've moved, you're off the side of the road. Are you parked?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take your plea. This is position 4 on the add-on calendar, and I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand, please, so I can see it. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this case is the truth and the whole truth, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. Let me state for the record, this is case number 20 CR 005963J. It is the state of Georgia versus Terrell, Terrell, Hudson, HUDSON.
Yes.
The charge is simple battery, and this is a negotiated plea. I have the paperwork. I'm showing this was a guilty plea for an 8-week anger management class. Is that your understanding, Mr. Hudson, of the terms of the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me make sure there wasn't any other requirement. So
No further violent or harassing contact with the victim, Tyrell Hudson, Tyrell, Tyriel Hudson.
thank you. There you go. That was no further violent contact.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Hudson, is that your understanding of the negotiated plea?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand by entering this plea, you're giving up your right to have a trial on these charges. Was that explained to you?
Yes.
You're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. Is that correct?
Correct.
You've not been promised anything or threatened in any way in order to enter this plea?
Not at all.
I have your paperwork here. I'm just sort of showing you on the screen. Did you fill out this paperwork? And if so, did you have any questions about any of the information on here?
Yeah, I had some questions. I talked to Mr. Walker, and he told me the right things to put down. Besides
Okay.
that, everything's good.
Okay. And so you're going to be, so let me just explain to you, technically you've been sentenced to 12 months in jail. Instead of serving that time, you're agreeing to the terms of probation, which is the 8-week anger management class, and the condition that you're to have no further violent contact with the other family member. If you fail to report to probation or to take those classes, your case would be brought back to me, and potentially you would have to serve the balance of the 12 months in jail. You understand that?
Yeah, I understand that.
All right, can this go non-reporting once he completes the program, Mr. Brown?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so what that means, Mr. Hudson, is as soon as you get these classes taken, you will not have to pay probation fees and you will not have to report to probation. So it's to your benefit to get these completed as soon as possible. Do you have any questions about the plea, sir?
No questions.
All right, anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll accept the plea then, Mr. Hudson. Thank you for your patience today. You're going to be contacted by probation and you need to sign up within 48 hours or I'll consider withdrawing the plea. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. If there are no further questions, you're free to go. Thank you.
Back as well, Your Honor, with Ms. Gibbs.
Yes. That's position 4. Did you have an announcement, Jasmine?
Yes, ma'am. She qualifies. I will be filing documentation with the court. As well, I would like for this to be reset to motions. I'll be filing a motion as well.
Okay. Ms. Gibbs. So Ms. Moses Counts is going to be representing you. You're to stay in touch with her. If you have any change of email, phone number, or address, you need to let her know in the court so we can get in touch with you. If we can't, and I'll have to issue a bench warrant for your arrest, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and any questions about your case, direct them to Ms. Moses Count. She will email you after today and be handling your case, all right?
Okay.
Thank you. Aisha, who did you say was on the call? Miss Valerie Torres. Miss Torres, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Are you aware of the charges against you? It appears to be a DUI.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you able to hire an attorney?
I'm not.
All right. Are you working now or not? It looks like you have a baby there.
Yes, I'm not working right now. I just gave birth 2 months ago, so I've just been a stay-at-home mom.
Okay. So this would be Jasmine yet again.
Yes, ma'am. I'll speak with her. She may or may not qualify.
I understand.
So let me see.
All right. So Miss Torres, I'm going to send you an invite to join a breakout room. It's room 3 with Ms. Jasmine Moses Counts, and she'll discuss the possibility of representing you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Did you see the word join pop up?
Yes. I'm gonna
Thank
click
you.
it
Then
now.
come back here when you're done.
Okay. Thanks.
That may be it. We're waiting for Dustin to come back and then we'll go Jasmine, and then we'll go through the calendar and
Mr. Robertson is still on the call, but he can be excused.
oh yes, Mr. Roberson, you're free to go, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we're a half hour better than yesterday. Telling you, I should have invested in Post-its. I missed my calling. To keep track of all this, you know, it's just a juggling game. And to be fair, I know, Daryl, you're still on the call? Oh, he was, let's see. Or did he leave? No, Daryl's still here. Mr. Youngblood is back and Mr.
Yeah, I'm still here. I
Strobel.
was doing emails.
Okay, I'll speak with you at the end. All right. Dustin, do you have anything to report?
Your Honor, he's claiming he thinks he's already done some kind of pretrial or paid some fine to community service. We're asked to be placed on a status calendar so he can provide me with some documentation of that effect.
Is that correct, Mr. Youngblood?
Yes, my mother has the files. I don't know how she can show you guys the files that she has.
Okay, well, you need
Because-
to get them. You need to get them from her and provide them to the court.
And
Okay.
Ms. Hardy, do you have Mr. Youngblood's email? Because I forgot to ask him that in the. Okay.
So, Mr. Youngblood, you need to find those documents and scan them or take a picture and send them to Mr. Strobel. And if you want him to consider whether or not this case has already been resolved. Okay.
Yes. Hey, Ms. Hardy, can you please provide him with my email? That'd be.
Okay.
And we're going to set this case down for about 6 weeks on a status calendar. And at that time, hopefully you will have gotten those papers to Mr. Strobel and we can decide if it's the same case or an additional case. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Stay in touch with the court, sir. Let us know if you have any change of phone number, email, or address. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're free to go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're just waiting now on Jasmine. What I was going to say is I have concerns because so many of these cases are domestic violence, and most of them are being represented by Daryl and Jasmine. I just don't know. Seems like a lot.
It is becoming overwhelming. I've been keeping track of the case, my case count. I actually have 155 cases now. And I believe probably 80 to 90% of those are DV cases.
Yeah, we need as a joint justice system to have some, because this is primarily, we discussed this yesterday, what we're going to be seeing. And again, not every case needs 6 months. And I'm not making this a commentary on the prosecutor at all. I'm just saying we may need to look at some kind of DV court or in-house something, because this is just not going to be the way to handle these cases going forward. That's just my 2 cents. Because that seems like, what does the PD's office say in terms of caseload, Daryl?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What is the caseload? Are there averages or maximums in terms of caseload for the PD's office?
Yeah, I really don't know. Again, I have about 150 cases now. I imagine that with the 18 to 20 attorneys in my office, we are probably all averaging between 100 to 150 cases. And I would imagine that most of them are these battery charges.
I don't know what I walked in on, but I'm back.
Yeah, just discussing my concern about all these domestic violence cases and the amount of the caseload that you and Daryl seem to be inheriting, and that maybe we need to look at another way to address these. But do you have an announcement?
Yes, ma'am. I spoke with Ms. Torres. I want to reset her, Your Honor. Right now, she would not qualify, but because she's temporarily not working, she is clearly a new mom. She still wouldn't qualify as of right now, but I don't want to disqualify her due to some things that she shared with me. And so I just want to reset her to see if her employment changes. If not, then I will represent her down the road, but just want to give her some time to figure out her employment situation.
Okay, we'll do that then. Ms. Torres, you just stay in touch with the court if you have any change of email, phone number, or address. Because if you don't, okay.
She does, and she would like to provide that today. She said that she knows that she likely didn't update the court. She has moved. She lives with her boyfriend, and so she's just trying to update that today if possible.
Can she email that information to Ms. Hardy? She's the one who sent you the court date information, ma'am.
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
Torres.
Yes,
All right,
ma'am. I emailed her.
All right, so after this call, email her the your phone number, address, and verify that your email is correct. And then we'll send you notice for a status calendar in about 6 to 8 weeks, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, you're free to go.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks. Jasmine, I was just discussing, and we'll go through the calendar. I guess the court reporter is free to go. Thank you. Just discussing the amount of cases that you and Daryl seem to be inheriting, and there's just got to be a different way maybe to
especially with this new Apollo calendar, I'm starting to pick up getting cases that way. So it's like cases.
Yeah, exactly. We're getting them from jail jury. We're getting them from the Apollo calendar. We're getting them from status calendars, from the Plea and Arraignment calendars. Just everywhere.
And then I know Mr. Strobel, I had to email him because I blew his email up. I've been filing with e-filing now. And so I didn't want him to be alarmed, but his email definitely exploded yesterday because I was just filing entry on so many cases that I'm picking up. So, and they're all like batteries.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. It's something that the judges have discussed. I don't know if we need, but a DV court, I don't know that we need DV court, but it might be that we need some in-house programs so that people can get appropriately evaluated and then determine, do they need 2 days anger management, 6 weeks, maybe they need a year. I don't know, but I discussed this yesterday, but after again today, I think we need to explore. So I think it's something the judge is going to talk about and maybe, with the prosecutor's office, but this is not going to be a way to handle these cases going forward. And there's so few DUIs now anyway, this is going to be the majority of what we see.
Jasmine, do you know what your file count is now?
No, I know it's at least, and you're talking about all my open cases?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's at least 150.
Yeah, that's about where I am too.
That's a lot. And I'll just tell you from my standpoint, what do we have? We had about 800 open cases, Aisha. So that means that, more than a third are your cases, which is a lot. So, and as a police officer said to me the other day on some other Zoom call I was on, related to community events in Midtown, that people just don't have good skills for handling disputes. So here we are. Yeah, COVID did not help. All right, well, let me go through the calendar and first the add-on calendar. Position 1, Mr. DeSola, bench warrant. I'm not resetting that. Mr. McLaughlin, not guilty, trial calendar. Ms. Jackson, we took a plea. Position 4, we took a plea. Position 5 is reset for status. He's the one that also has another case on our regular calendar. Starting with the plea and arraignment calendar, position 1 will be a plea on April 22nd. Position 2, bench warrant. Position 3, reset for status calendar with counsel. Position 4 qualifies for representation. It's going to be set down for motions. Position 5, reset for May. He's in, we think, Rockdale. Position 6, reset for status on 4/22. It may be a plea, plea in absentia. Ms. Schaefer is representing him. Position 5 is going to be a plea in May. He may end up withdrawing that, but that's where he is, but that's where we're going to leave it. Position 8 is reset status to see if Ms. Torres qualifies. It'll be about 8 weeks out. Position 9, bench warrant. Position 10, Ms. Tolliver will be a plea on April 22nd. Position 11, bench warrant. Position 12, Jana Covington. We're going to put this on a final plea calendar. She's being represented by Ms. King, who's going to reach out to Mr. Walker. Position 13, Noel Pross. Position 14, Lee, bench warrant. Position 15, Stephen Barr, bench warrant. Position 16 does not qualify. Does qualify. Ms. Jasmine Moses Counts is going to be representing. Where are we sending this on Anthony Adams?
I spoke to him. At this point, I think we would just reset for trial.
Okay. Thank you. Position 17, Santiago, bench warrant. 18, Galliard, bench warrant. 19, Morales Bieros, bench warrant. Position 20, La Scala's representing, that's waived jury. Position 21, Mr. Murphy is representing, waived jury. Position 22, we're putting on a final plea calendar. He's being represented by Mr. Rogers. Hopefully that'll be worked out. Position 23, Mr. Spicer, jury. Position 24, reset status. Ms. Moses Counts is representing. There are 2 other open cases. We need to get one of them over here from Judge Roth. Position 25, Reith bench warrant. 26, waive jury. 27, reset status. There's another older case. Ms. Deitzen is going to be contacting Dustin and see if something can't be worked out. Position 28 qualifies, maybe for PTI. It's reset for status. Position 29, he was arrested yesterday evening. He's in Fulton County. We're going to put that on the SAP calendar and see if it comes back to us or not. He's currently got no bond. Position 30, waive jury, Miss Kim. Position 31, David Travis, bench warrant. Position 32, reset status, maybe for Mr. Samuel to find an attorney. He didn't qualify. Position 33, reset status. Mr. Youngblood is going to try and get some documents to the prosecutor, see if the case has been resolved. Position 34, reset for status, possibly PTI. Position 35, Tia Godfrey, bench warrant. Position 36, reset status. That's the same as Mr. Smith on the add-on calendar. Position 37, John Bell, bench warrant. Position 38, George Stein, waived. 39, Miss Willis qualified. It's a dual arrest, and I think we're going to get that other case on this calendar and see where it goes from here. She may be the victim. Position 40, bench warrant, Karen Elson, did not
Your Honor,
appear.
that last one should also be reset motions.
Oh, I meant, yes, it is. Sorry. Reset motions. Thank you. How's that? I don't feel like we got much accomplished, unfortunately, but
It seemed like the plea calendar kind of fell apart.
it did. Well, and that's okay. I'd still rather move some stuff over to there and see if we can get it moving. And as I say, I'm starting some jury civil cases, and I think we're going to be ready to handle motions and everything else back in court fairly soon. Okay?
Yeah. Aisha, I want to know, are you setting a calendar for the 14th? Because that's the day we're supposed to go get our second COVID vaccine shot.
No, it's the 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
Okay.
21st, 22nd.
Yeah.
So our next court date is when?
21st, I think.
Okay.
20th.
Because I'll be out on leave for my honeymoon next week, so I wanted to see if I had time to bounce back.
Where are we going?
Cancun, Mexico.
Oh, I love Cancun.
Yes, I'm very excited.
I need to email you one of my favorite restaurants there.
Oh, yes, please.
I mean, even though, are you staying at all inclusive?
We are staying at all inclusive.
But there's one or two places I'm going to send you names of that you should go downtown and go try.
Okay.
Assuming
Thank
things
you.
are open. So I'll email those to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, have a wonderful time.
Thank you. I'm glad I got at least one of the shots in me, so I feel a little bit better.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for helping out. It was really valuable having you here.